Hi there, welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today I'll demonstrate some key alignment cues and tips for getting into crow pose or Kakasana. And crow pose does require some hip mobility and flexibility along with some upper body and core strength. But hopefully in this video I'll be able to decode some of the alignment cues which help to make the posture feel a little lighter, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more accessible for you. I do recommend that you warm up first, particularly in the wrists and the shoulders, the abdominal core, and open the hips, and this will make it a whole lot easier. And I've placed some links in the description below to help you do just that, just to warm up. For practice, if you're going to give it a go and you're concerned about perhaps falling out of the pose, you can have a blanket or a cushion at the top edge of your mat in case your flight path goes straight down. And I wouldn't recommend practicing this if you currently have any issues in your wrists or your shoulders, or you're currently pregnant. I hope the tips help. Let's take a look. To begin, come into Tadasana, mountain pose, standing with your big toes touching, and start to bend the knees and lower your hips so you come to balance on your toes. Separating your knees so they come wider than your torso, but try to keep your feet together as much as possible. Now drop your torso forward and reach your arms forward and place your hands to the floor so they're shoulder width apart. From here, inflate your middle and upper back as you reach forward, rounding through your thoracic spine. Feel your shoulder blades widen away from one another and draw your shoulder heads away from your ears. Now try to keep the back of your neck in its neutral curvature, slightly looking forward. So here your wings in your upper back are spread and your beak is slightly lifted. Hug in and up through your abdominal core so you feel like your belly hollows out. Now slide your hands back toward you, and in all balancing poses, the part of the body that touches the floor forms the foundation of the pose. In this case, we're balancing on our hands. So to create a solid foundation, spread through your fingers and broaden the perimeter of your hands. Make full contact with all the base knuckles of your fingers and grip with your fingertips. So your fingertips are like brakes in this posture, so grip them into the mat so the top knuckles should lightly pop off the floor, but the rest of your hand should stay down. The more you can press down through your hands, the more rebounding energy will vault up your body, creating a lightness and buoyancy. So as you slide your hands back, allow your knees to wedge into your upper arms as close to your armpits as possible. And now hug your elbows toward one another so they're shoulder width distance apart. So really trying to keep yourself very small and compact. In order to balance from here, as in all balancing postures, we need to place our center of gravity. In this case, it's the heaviest part of our body, and that is our hips over the center of our support, which is the midpoint just behind your hands. So keeping all those actions already established in this shape and keeping both feet on the floor, just start to shift your weight forward, transferring your weight into your hands so your elbows balance over your wrists. So we use our bone structure here to support our weight, and this is crucial for finding alignment and balance here and reducing muscular effort. If your elbows are behind the wrists, you'll naturally tip back and you won't get any air, and the opposite's true. So if your elbows are too far forward, you might face plant. So to find equilibrium, we stack our elbows over our wrists and we look forward, and the gaze at a single focal point ahead. This is essential and helpful as it gives our brain a static focal point of reference to adjust and find balance. So once you're in place, just try taking one foot off the floor at a time, and as you raise your lifted foot, try and spread your toes and activate the foot. So floppy feet will make your hips and legs feel really heavy. And you can just try with the other foot, one foot at a time, and then both feet, squeezing the heels up toward the buttocks, gazing forward, abdominal core engaged, elbows stacked over the wrists. And now remember to breathe. So ideally, you're breathing into your upper abdomen, so we avoid tensing or becoming too rigid, And always remember to just practice patiently and consistently, and ultimately you'll waver less and find your balance. Hope this has been helpful. Let me know how you go. Namaste.